Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matthew Boyle. I'm a language learning game designer and the founder of LanguageCardGames.com. And this year, 2023, I released my latest and greatest game. It took about 3 years of blood, sweat, no tears, in my free time to come up with it. It's called Heading into Language Land. This is the front, there's the backs, here's some of the cards. Amazing original artwork and backstories for this game. I'm really proud of it. I recently put up a long form video on this channel called How to Make Your Language Learning Magical, Heading into Language Land. Okay, it was to really introduce this game, give a fresh take on it. And that video got some pretty good play. I want to thank all of you for watching that, for giving a like to that, for subscribing to that. And I want to make a follow-up video. I want to make a part 2. In today's video, I want to go a little bit deeper and explain how games in general, but especially this game, Heading into Language Land, how it can help you to learn a foreign language. I think games, people are kind of polarized about games. They tend to think games are great for learning languages and they like them, or games are a waste of time, they're kind of like superficial nonsense. I think games are, we don't need to see it in such a polarized light. It's not really black or white. Games are tools and resources like any other. It really depends how you use them, the effort that you apply, and the people that you're with. All of that determines if it's really going to be useful for you or not. Now, if you're someone who really doesn't like games at all, and the very bones and fiber of your being, you just don't like games, well, then it's probably not going to work. You're going to need to have a little bit of an interest in playing games with other people, obviously. But we're going to go into it today. I'm going to tell you the nitty-gritty about this game, how it works, what we're doing, how it can benefit you, how it's benefiting people all over the world. Since April of this year, we've been running our online gaming events. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I'd be happy to get in touch with you there. Why and how is this going to work for you? I think one of the most important reasons is because you are going to become part of an accountability group. You are going to be in with like-minded people, people who are positive, fun-loving, and empathetic. We often have native speakers in the room to teach and to guide. We always have very skillful game masters in the room to teach how the game works and to sort of moderate the interactions of the players. I mean, this is a fantastic opportunity, and you get to be a part of it for free. All you have to do is show up. All the other work's done for you. I mean, you have to learn the target language, of course. You have to prepare and learn more about your target language, but that's what you want to do anyway, right? All the other stuff around the event planning, bringing the people together, hosting the game, teaching the game, that's all done for you. Now, our games are happening every week on a Saturday, and we have several different languages in rotation. So if you're learning just one of those languages, like we're focusing on Spanish, Mandarin, and Japanese. Sometimes we do Ukrainian, Turkish, we've done English and other languages in the past, but it's mainly been Spanish, Mandarin, and Japanese. If you happen to be learning just one of those languages, you're going to be able to come out every 3 or 4 weeks to play a game with a regular group of people. The more regularly you come out, the more you are committed to them, the more committed they are going to be to you. And you're going to be able to develop some real friendships with people from around the world who are learning the same target language as you. Now, if you happen to be learning more than just one target language, if you're learning Spanish and also Mandarin, or maybe you're learning Mandarin and Japanese, well, you could very quickly find that you're able to join with us every week or every 2 weeks. And you're going to be able to derive a lot of value from this. You're going to know a lot of fantastic people. We have so much cross-pollination going on. Do you know, since April of this year, 2023, we've hosted over 30 events. We have a roster of 30 active players from over 10 different countries. Many of these players speak more than one language fluently. Some of them speak 2 or 3 or 4 languages, and we're getting them together into the room to teach and to share. I mean, It's just mind-blowing how cool it is. Now, apart from having these accountability groups and these native speakers to work with, or these other high-level speakers to work with. We also have study guides, which I will give you for free to support you to learn about all the categories and word topics in the game. We already have pre-made study guides for every topic in the game. So you will have example sentences that you can study and use for Spanish, Mandarin, and Japanese. We will build other study guides later when other groups coalesce and get playing more regularly. So we have blank study guides that are a part of the rulebook, and they're all linked up to dictionary definitions. You can fill those out with examples and ideas of your own, but we also have the pre-made study guides, which you're going to get for free as long as you become a part of these groups. So these are the positive reasons why I think it can really help you. It's going to motivate you to learn, because you're going to want to activate these cards and use these cards and try to best the others in a healthy competition. You know, we don't play in a fiercely competitive way. We play in a cooperative, friendly way. We often share answers and look up answers as we play. So it really is an edutainment resource. It's not just about the game. It's about really learning and connecting with other people. So you're gonna have to do some work. You're gonna have to apply some effort and turn on that language learning brain. Now, the bad news, this is a segue into the bad news, the difficult part. The difficult part about all this is you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. I can understand why some people see this as a little bit difficult to do, because you're going to be coming into a live online game room to meet people who you don't know at first. People, strangers from all over the world. Now, I assure you, these people are positive. They're friendly. These are people that I've gotten to know and I've recruited for the game. So they're just fantastic people. But I know it can be a little uncomfortable to come into a room where you don't know anybody and you got to make new friends. And not only that, but you've never played the game before. You don't really know the game. Now, to some extent, you can mitigate those factors by learning more about what we do, watching more videos on my channel, learning how to play the game in advance. I have a playlist for this game. Again, the game is heading into language land. I have a playlist for this game and all my games on this YouTube channel. You could help yourself out a lot by learning how to play it pretty well at first. You can see the virtual version in the playlist, and that's the version we're using to play online. I had some people turn me down before because they thought we were going to be playing like with the physical cards on a Zoom call, like showing them on the camera. No, we have a real virtual game. You can see how that looks and how that works on the YouTube channel. This game has a virtual version, a printable version, and real decks, which I ship all around the world. I often gift the printable version for free to people who show up to play with us online, because I really want to add value to you. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to cheat you. You can come out and try this with us. You can dip your toes into the water for free. It's absolutely no risk. I love this method. I'm confident in this method. I think games are really the natural way that humans like to learn. I think it's much truer to our human nature than the academic learning, the book learning in a classroom. Now, I've already mentioned you can see the playlist on YouTube to see how it is played. Just briefly, how is this one played? How does it work? Really briefly, this game is sort of like the baby of a card game and a board game. You're going to use the cards at first. You're going to put them face down and create a grid of spaces, which are really cards. You're also going to get to choose a card which represents you. It's going to be your character. And then you're going to move a game piece around that grid of cards freely. You can move to where you want to go, flip over the card, see what's there. It could be an enemy, it could be an ally, it could be a special pickup, it could be a location. And then here comes the foreign language part. You're going to roll the dice, find out which topic you have to speak about in order to take the certain action. Now, people have asked me, is this game just about single words, or is it about sentences, or what? It's up to you. It's up to your level. We find that beginners typically will just say key words or key vocabulary that relate to the topic. But more advanced learners are often speaking out for full sentences or even trying to chat to other players about that topic using the target language. So the game is very open-ended and flexible that way. Each player can speak according to their ability level, and if they have no idea what to say, they can ask for help from the others or look something up online. People often have translators up in another window, or they've got their notebook, flashcards, textbooks nearby so they can check something, dictionary, physical or electronic, all of that is fine. But assuming you can speak something out in your target language that matches the topic you need to talk about, then you can take a certain type of action. You can defeat the enemy, team up with the ally, pick up the special weapon, or enter the location, and you will also gain a point. And then your turn's over. And that's basically how the game proceeds. The only other thing that might come up is if another player lands on your space, then you get to do a head-to-head battle, where both of you are going to have to speak about something. Players are accumulating points like this until one player reaches a high enough number of points, and then they win, and the game is over. So it's a pretty even blend of game and language learning. And some of our hardcore players are dying to find people who want to go deeper into this game, learn the deeper rules of it, speak more in the target language about it, and play longer games. Some of the players really like to go deep and play for a long time and have amazing conversations, and they save all the learning that's come up. They will download the captions saved by Zoom, or they're taking notes to share with the players later. I mean, it's fantastic. But most of the players are more casual gamers, and they play the game in a really simple way, and it always finishes in about 50 minutes to 1 hour. Now, how can you learn, what's our upcoming schedule, and how can you get involved? The latest schedule will always be on the home page of languagecardgames.com. That's my main website, that's my HQ. If you go there and scroll down a little bit, you're going to see the upcoming schedule. It will always be there, it will always be up to date. You're going to see Spanish, Japanese, Mandarin, Spanish, Japanese, Mandarin. Maybe you'll see an open session thrown in there. Maybe you'll see a Turkish or Ukrainian session thrown in there. But the main ones we have right now are Spanish, Mandarin, Japanese, Spanish, Mandarin, Japanese, week by week by week. I mean, some people have played already 7 or 8 times in this year. They've made a lot of progress. The sign up is also on that site. It's the first thing on the homepage of the site. You're going to see a little box where you can tell me your name, your target languages, and your email, and I can get in touch with you that way. Another way is you can email me directly at languagecardgames.events@gmail.com. That's, again, languagecardgames.events@gmail.com. You can get into direct contact with me about how the games work, how the events work, and sign up for something. You can also leave a comment on this video to get my attention. But to summarize, these games are free. They are open for all levels. We have people joining from all over the world. And, we have a really inclusive, collaborative environment. I tell all the game masters that I work with, if anybody's making trouble, if anybody's rude, if anybody's uncouth to the players, you have the right to kick them out immediately. Because I want to run a tight group of the best people, the most positive people, and people who really want to improve and help other people improve. And over time, we've been creating this group. I mean, the results have just been astounding. So I really hope you can come out and join us. Remember, again, the name of the game is Heading Into Language Land. It's available in printable, virtual, and real deck formats. Could be a great gift for the language learner in your life this holiday season. But again, if you just want to come out and try it, you don't have to take my word for it. You can come out and try it and play it with other individuals from around the world. So we hope to see you in that room in the near future. Why don't you head over to languagecardgames.com right now, check out the upcoming schedule, and sign up to play. I'll see you back here next time at the channel. Thank you so much for watching.